It is time for the king of all gemstones. That would be beautiful ruby. And this is precious, it's rare, but today in this show, it's all about untreated natural ruby. And the man behind this amazing stone would be my co-host and partner in crime and gemologist, Michael Valitutti. Michael, how are you with this gorgeous stone today? I love ruby.
Well, thank you very much. And everyone loves ruby. And I'm so proud to present really an iconic gemstone that dates back to the beginning of civilization. Now, folks, most ruby, 98–95% of it is heat treated. That's a common treatment for ruby and sapphire. But guess what? I have here, I'm going to present to you with Libby Floyd, 3 items here that have all been independently lab certified by AGL Laboratory to be non-heat treated. That means, Libby and folks, what you see here, Mother Nature produced. Mankind did not treat it with any heat to enhance the color. So not only are you getting big natural ruby, no heat treatment whatsoever. And that's a big statement. But again, we have independent certification from a third-party lab that certifies that's the real deal.
And speaking of the real deal, like you're saying, Michael, this stone dates back so many thousands of years ago. It's mentioned in the Bible. It's the king of all precious gemstones, being the ruby, natural, untreated, unheated. And this is a beautiful, incredible 6.39 masterpiece from Mother Nature in this pear-cut ruby. And Michael, this ring, this stone is like, where do we start? All about the love when it comes to ruby, isn't it?
When I studied at GIA, they told me that basically once you hit around 2–3 carat, it's basically collector's size. The center stone alone comes in at 4.57 carat. We had it lab certified. And then on top of that, no heat treatment. This is a 100% natural Mozambique ruby, an amount that's coming in at over 10 grams with beautiful, beautiful workmanship with these white zircons going all the way around. This is an amazing specimen. It's only $199. Now, you're saying, how could it be all that and only $199? Because of our purchasing power, Libby. I did this as what we call a cost averaging purchase, where I purchased a large amount of gems from this dealer and I averaged it per carat among all the gemstones, which is how I'm able to bring you, literally, Libby, collector size ruby at prices that rival quartz. That's a deal. You want ruby, this is the show.
You know, you and I have done so many shows together, Michael, over the years. This has to be one of the most crazy, unbelievable shows we've ever done because, like you're saying, this is ruby. This is the king of all gemstones, the king of all precious stones, your ruby, emerald, sapphire, and diamond. To be called the king, it has to be rare. It has to be exceptional. And like you're saying, to get a 4.57 ruby for a price like this, natural, untreated, is unheard of in the industry. Today, you said for $199?
$199 and free shipping and handling and 3-year warranty. And we have a payment plan over 6 weeks if you want to do that with no interest payments. Plus sizing is free. Before we ship it out to you, you can specify your size. I mean, come on. It doesn't get better than that, Libby. I mean, wow.
And red is the color of love. Red is the color of passion. Red is the color of fire. And this ring being July's birthstone, to this birthstone being the most beautiful of all, I think one of the most beautiful birthstones of the world, being ruby and July's birthstone. Here's everyone's chance to pick this ring up at gemsandvogue.com, certified. It is a one-of-a-kind opportunity here for you when you think about it being a 4.57 pear cut. And Michael, when you're cutting a pear, is that a more difficult cut to cut as well?
Yes, because you will lose more rough. Like you can see here of all the shapes that I'm going to offer you here, when I'm doing an oval or a cushion cut, I will retain much more weight. That's why many color stones are cut in that shape. When we cut a pear shape, think of it, there's the point. So when I go to cut the point, I'm cutting all that material away. And the material is lost forever. It's ground away. I mean, it turns into basically ruby dust. It's gone forever. It's not like I can use it for something else. It's gone forever. So when we cut it away, we lose it. Getting a pear shape and then keeping it at the same price point as all the 3 items in this show is really quite extraordinary. But I wanted to give you the option of owning your big ruby, but choosing which shape you wanted.
And ruby is also very wearable and very durable. From the corundum family, sister to your sapphire, it's a 9 on the most hardness scale. Your diamond is a 10. Your ruby's a 9. Let's move from the beautiful pear cut into a 7.05 total carat weight and a cushion. That cushion, Michael, is 5.53 carats in ruby, natural, Untreated Ruby. And look at that color. That red is calling my
It
name.
really is calling your name. And now this one, we've upped it up. So this one here is 5.53 carats. Center stone alone, you are correct, 705 carat total weight. The ring is coming in at about 9.5 grams. Once again, lab certified, non-heat treated. All three of these are being offered at the same price of only $199. Even though in this particular one, I've upped you over a carat, don't worry about it. That's on me. So the cushion shape is, to me, delicious. I just love it.
It's one of my favorite cuts of all time. I love the cushion. Think of sitting on a cushion with rounded edges, you know, very soft edges, so very beautiful, very gorgeous, and of course a unique cut as well, difficult to find in the marketplace. And Michael, when you think about ruby, most of us think, okay, we'd be lucky to own maybe a 1/4 carat stone or even a 1/2 carat stone, but to go into a 5.53, almost a 6 carat ruby for $199, it's like winning the gemstone lottery, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think GIA in my Gems reference manual said any ruby over 5 carat is scarce. Scarce is their word, their term for rare, like unseen. You basically won't see that in the marketplace. Why is that? Ruby is what we call a traveler. By the time it gets to the alluvial deposit, it has gone and it's traveled from the mountains where it forms down into the riverbeds where it's found. It shrinks because it gets tumbled and you know, boxed in by other stones and rocks. Now, all that takes 50 to 100 million years for that to happen. That's why we don't find rubies and sapphires that large. That's the main reason. They get knocked around by nature. So to get them finished 5.5 carat, I had to have at least a 12 carat rough. That's unreal. In the world of rubies, we just don't see that.
So why are most gemstones treated when you're doing stones today that are not going to be treated?
That's because of the they do it for two reasons in ruby. They do it to increase the yield, and they do it because they think that they can get some better color out of it. These rubies came out and were found, and the color was so good that they said, you know what? We're just not going to treat them. And I heard about the rough, I saw the rough, and I went to the dealer, I says, don't do anything, just cut it for me. They cut it and that was it. So no treatment was done to it. And again, I had it lab certified because that's not a statement that I want to make myself. I want to have third-party verification. And no matter what you choose here in this show, we have the verification right over here.
It's like a sunburst too, because I do love the white zircon surrounding it. 16 white zircon surrounding that beautiful halo effect around that beautiful, gorgeous cushion cut. Again, almost 6 full carats in the cushion cut. We're talking rubies. We're not talking about the quartz family of stones. We're talking about one of the most precious, rare stones in the world, the king of all precious gemstones. And Michael, from our beautiful pear cut into our cushion, now we have the emerald cut. And the emerald cut has to really be clean and beautiful when you're cutting an emerald cut, does it not?
I'm giving this one away because this one, the minimum is 6.68 carat. Now I've gone up 2 carat from the first one. I'm still only going to charge you $199. Now let me tell you something. If you want a deal, that's my pick right there. you never hear me whisper in these shows. That's my pick. Bottom line. I mean, I'm giving you 2 extra carat. It's the same price of $199. It's 8 carat 72 and it's $199. So whether it's, of course, the cushion, this emerald cut, or of course we started off with the wonderful pear shape, it's all $199. And once again, lab certified, no heat treatment by AGL Labs. So this is an incredible opportunity to own ruby. But to have ruby in a size that you don't see, and then again, non-treated for heat, we just don't see that, Libby.
Okay, this is over the top amazing. This is regal, this is royal, this is beautiful. And as Michael was saying, for all of you who are saying, gosh, I would love to own a ruby, but I want to up the volume and pump up the volume and get that amazing size for an incredible price tag, you're getting almost 7 full carats in ruby. The king of all precious stones, the rarity factor, the collectability factor that you have. And like Michael, like you were saying, when you're talking about a 5 carat plus ruby, you are in the range of, you're in connoisseur range, you're in rarity factor range when it comes to that size. That's incredible.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, just getting the ruby of any quality that size is just, it's not out there because nature doesn't make them that big, as I've explained to you. But getting them this color, getting them that even saturation, and getting them in at $199 is unheard of. It's a 6 carat 68. It's almost a 7 carat ruby. 1 stone, not total weight. 1 stone. It's $199. $499. Guys, this is a deal. Now, when it's sold out, I've got no more of these. This was a very special purchase that I made when I was at the Hong Kong show, Libby. And I got to tell you, I spent a lot of money with the dealer, a ton of money. That's how I was able to do this. We made a whole package deal with everything that he had, and I was able to do this. That's it. It's gone now. You know, the shows have been canceled because of what's happened in the world right now. I can't replicate this deal again.
You know, to own the rarity factor, to get precious ruby for a price like this, again, please everybody, let your fingers do the shopping. Go online to gemsonvogue.com, pick up this beautiful emerald cut, the beautiful cushion cut, or the pear cut. You can see everything online at gemsonvogue.com. And Michael, again, every single piece will be set into the 18 karat gold embraced, also the sterling palladium. And tell everybody about that too when they are ordering the pieces.
Oh, 100%. We only use the silver palladium alloy in our entire collection. So instead of having silver, which is 7.5% copper, a lot of that copper has been removed and replaced with palladium in the melt. So and it's American made, by the way. Palladium melted with silver, when they mix together, basically stops tarnishing and makes it hard like 14 karat gold. So now you have gold-like properties without the gold-like price. So you can wear it every day, don't worry about the tarnishing, and you got 18 karat gold embracing all over the piece with precious ruby and over 2 karat of untreated white zircon from Cambodia. It's only $199, and you don't pay 5 cents shipping because that's on me.
I love it. Free shipping, direct to consumer pricing, 3-year warranty, and on top of that, gorgeous ruby, the king of all gemstones, precious, rare, and untreated as well, at prices that everyone's going to love. And go online to our website, gemsonvogue.com, pick up everything there, and pick up the rubies while we have them. Michael, I love your ruby. We love you, and thank you for offering us this beautiful gemstone.
It has been my pleasure, Libby, and great to work with you again. I'll see you very soon.
Bye, Michael. Thanks for the ruby.
Thank you.